Chapter 1, Cold Blood. The final bell of Sakura High rang out like a starting pistol, sharp and decisive. Paolo Satoshi slung his Navy school bag over one shoulder, the weight of textbooks light compared to the anticipation humming in his chest. Another day done, another step closer to the weekend. He adjusted the cobalt blue hoodie he'd thrown on over his uniform, comfort over conformity, and scanned the thinning crowd in the atrium for a familiar face. Alexis Smith leaned against a cherry blossom-painted pillar, green hoodie half-zipped, red eyes flicking up from his phone. "Yo, Paolo. Walk home together?" Paolo grinned. "Thought you'd never ask." Mia said she had student council stuff, again. He rolled his eyes good-naturedly, third time this week. Alexis snorted. "Girl's gonna run for prime minister at this rate." He pushed off the pillar, falling into step beside Paolo as they crossed the atrium's polished floor. Sunlight slanted through the high windows, scattering pink petals across the tiles. Someone from the gardening club must have been pruning the sakura trees on the roof again. Outside, the air smelled of spring and distant rain. Students spilled onto the sidewalks in clumps, laughter echoing off the school's beige walls. Paolo and Alexis took the long route, the one that looped past Lumino's cafe and under Tokyo Bridge. It added 10 minutes, but the river view was worth it, especially when the cherry blossoms were in full riot. "So," Alexis said, kicking a pebble, "you and me are still good?" Paolo's smile falluted for half a heartbeat. "Yeah. Why wouldn't we be?" Alexis shrugged. "Dunno. She's been distant. In class, anyway. Always texting under the desk. She's just busy." Paolo's voice was firm, but a tiny knot twisted in his gut. He shoved it down. Mia loved him. She'd said it just last week, whispered against his ear behind the gym, her fingers laced through his. They reached Lumino's cafe. The outdoor tables were packed with Sakura High students nursing iced matcha lattes. Paolo's eyes snagged on a flash of bubblegum pink hair, Mizaki Kirizaka, laughing with Marina Sato and Shizuka Suzuki. Mizaki's violet eyes flicked up, locking onto Paolo's like heat-seeking missiles. Her smile curved, slow and syrupy. Paolo nodded politely. Mizaki's gaze lingered too long. Alexis muttered something about yandere vibes under his breath. They kept walking. The cafe's chatter faded, replaced by the hush of the river path. Tokyo Bridge loomed ahead, its red arches glowing in the late afternoon sun. Beneath it, the water moved slow and dark, reflecting the sky like a mirror. Paolo's phone buzzed. A text from Mia. "Meet me under the bridge. Need to talk." His heart did a little flip. "Hey, change of plans." Mia wants to meet. Alexis raised an eyebrow. "Under the bridge? That's romantic?" Paolo laughed. "She's dramatic. Probably wants to take couple selfies with the sunset or something." Alexis hesitated, then clapped Paolo on the shoulder. "Text me when you get home, yeah? Don't do anything I wouldn't do." "Which is basically nothing," Paolo shot back. Alexis flipped him off, grinning, and veered toward the main road. Paolo watched him go, then turned toward the bridge's shadow. The path narrowed, gravel crunching under his sneakers. The air grew cooler, damp with river mist. Paolo ducked under the bridge's belly, where graffiti bloomed in violent colors across concrete pillars. Mia stood near the water's edge, back to him, navy skirt fluttering in the breeze. Her cherry blossom hair clip glinted. "Hey," Paolo called softly. Mia turned. Her face was pale, eyes red-rimmed. "Paolo." He frowned. "You okay?" "You look." "I'm fine." Her voice was flat. She stepped closer, and Paolo noticed her hands trembling. "We need to talk." The knot in his gut tightened. "About what?" Mia's gaze slid past him. Paolo followed it, and froze. Rin Ito leaned against a pillar, arms crossed, violet hair catching the last rays of sun. Shin Takahashi stood beside him, towering in his purple hoodie, expression unreadable. And behind them, Alexis? No, wait. Alexis had left. But there he was, stepping out from the shadows, red eyes fixed on Paolo with something cold and unfamiliar. "Alexis?" Paolo's voice cracked. "What the hell?" "I'm sorry," Alexis said quietly. "I really am." Mia's hand brushed Paolo's arm, feather light. "It's over, Paolo." The words hit like a slap. "What?" "I don't love you." Her voice didn't waver. "I never did." Paolo stared at her, the world tilting. "You're joking." Rin pushed off the pillar, golden eyes gleaming. "She's not." Paolo's gaze snapped to him. "You." Rin smiled, sharp as a blade. "We've been together for months. You were just convenient." The betrayal sank in like teeth. Paolo took a step back, sneakers scraping gravel. "Mia, look at me. Tell me this isn't real." Mia's eyes were glassy. I'm sorry, she whispered, but it sounded rehearsed. Shin cracked his knuckles. Time to wrap this up. Paolo's taekwondo instincts flared. He dropped into a stance, weight balanced, fists raised, stay back. Rin laughed. 4 against 1. Even your black belt won't help. Alexis stepped forward, voice low. Just let it happen, Paolo. Don't make it worse. Worse. Paolo's laugh was bitter. You're my best friend. Was, Alexis corrected, past tense. The first blow came from Shin, a brutal hook to Paolo's ribs. Air exploded from his lungs. He staggered, blocking Rin's follow-up kick with his forearm. Pain flared, white-hot. Mia watched, arms wrapped around herself, expression unreadable. Paolo spun, lashing out with a roundhouse. His foot connected with Shin's thigh, eliciting a grunt. But Alexis was there, grabbing his arm, twisting it behind his back. Paolo roared, elbowing backward, crunching into Alexis's nose. Blood sprayed. Damn it, Alexis snarled, shoving Paolo forward. Paolo stumbled, catching himself on a pillar. Gravel bit into his palms. Rin's fist slammed into his jaw, snapping his head sideways. Stars burst across his vision. He tasted copper. Stop, Mia said suddenly. Her voice was small. Just stop. But no one listened. Shin's boot caught Paolo in the stomach, folding him in half. Rin's knee drove into his spine. Paolo hit the ground hard, cheek scraping concrete. The world blurred. Through the haze, he saw Mia turn away. Saw Alexis wipe blood from his face, expression twisted with guilt and something darker. Saw Masaki Kirizaka step out from behind a pillar, bubblegum hair glowing like a halo. She hadn't been part of the fight. She'd been watching. Masaki knelt beside Paolo, fingers brushing his hair back with terrifying gentleness. Shush, she murmured. It's okay now. I'll take care of you. Paolo tried to speak, but Shin's foot pressed between his shoulder blades, pinning him. Misaki's violet eyes filled his vision, manic and adoring. You're mine, she whispered. Finally. Then Shin and Rin hauled him up. Paolo's legs wouldn't hold. The river loomed, black and hungry. No, he rasped. Rin's smile was cruel. Sayonara, Paolo. They swung him. Once. Twice. The world flipped. Cold air rushed past his ears. Then, impact. The river swallowed him whole. Darkness. Pressure. Cold that clawed into his bones. Paolo sank, lungs burning, the current tugging at his hoodie like greedy fingers. His fingers scrabbled for purchase, finding only silt and stone. Can't breathe. A spark of fury ignited. Mia's face. Alexis's betrayal. Misaki's sick smile. He kicked upward, legs pistoning through the murk. His chest screamed. Black spots danced at the edges of his vision. Not dying here. His head broke the surface. He gasped, choking on river water and rage. The bridge's underbelly glowed above him, a cruel silhouette. Voices drifted down, laughter, fading footsteps. Paolo clung to a jutting rock, knuckles white. Blood streamed from his scalp, mixing with the water. His ribs throbbed with every breath. But he was alive. He dragged himself onto the bank, collapsing in the mud. The sky above was bruised purple, stars pricking through the clouds. Somewhere, a night bird called. Paolo coughed, spitting river water and bile. His phone was gone. His bag, too. But his hands still worked. He pushed himself to his knees, then to his feet. The path back to civilization stretched ahead, dark and endless. He took one step, then another. Behind him, the river kept flowing, carrying his old life downstream. Ahead, Sakura High waited. Mia waited. Alexis, Rin, Masaki. Paolo's fingers curled into fists, nails biting crescents into his palms. This wasn't over, not by a long shot.